All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, done. Yeah, paras. Akyam, akwadyam. Yeah, man.
So
Okay.
that's in my group.
That's my man.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
All right. All right, so yeah, man. First and foremost, glad to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
all right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akyam. Or just pushing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, this is JMS Bahamas Andros. I'll be back again out on highways and byways to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Okay, now as you see or seeing, okay, if you're watching the news, all right, and on social media, different platforms, you will see that wars or drums of wars is in the air. Okay, wars and rumors of wars. Okay, as you know, from that time, Russia and Ukraine, okay, have been going at it, and as you know, that Israel had been bombing Hamas, but now the table is turned. Okay, Iran is bombing Israel. Okay, over what a nuclear deal. Okay, basically Israel don't want Iran to have no nuclear power. Okay, but hey, the scriptures, all right, they are true and they are life and they are popping off the pages. Okay, prophecies, all right, are coming to pass. All right. So yeah, man, hey, Lord will these lessons that the Lord put in our spirit to bring out be edifying unto you. Okay. Unto the elect men, okay, that is out there that is watching. Okay. All right. Lord will these lessons Lord will that these lessons cause you to even build up even more in the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So yeah, man, the Lord put in my spirit to go into this article. Okay. And I name it Warns of Nuclear Catastrophe. Okay. Or warning of nuclear catastrophe. All right. So yeah, man, this is related to the war over there between Iran and Israel. All right. Then this article, okay, when we go into it, it's gonna show you that that these devils, okay, don't want Iran, all right, to have power. Okay, and also this warning coming from none other than Putin. Okay, the bear. Okay, the Russians. All right, now Putin is the Edomite himself, and we know what the scriptures say. Okay, dealing with Satan. Okay, casting out Satan.
House divided against deception, that's done.
Right.
Satan, therefore, by Satan, openly turn.
Exactly.
We know Russia, that's dog.
Done. All right, and the ark share a beautiful screenshot basically on this status, giving you an outline of all these nations which Russia is going to be a guard to. And when you really look at that map, all of them basically surrounding Israel. All right. Now, if they were the Lord's people, okay, all those nations surrounding Israel would not stand. Okay. And then on top of that, if they were the Lord people, the Lord said, "What this world will no longer learn war anymore, but it will be basically peace." All right, and those nations would be subject unto the nation of Israel. That's a clear distinction showing you that these crackers, those troglodytes, okay, those rednecks, all right, the 1948ers, all right, the left wings, they are not the Israelites. Done. Yeah, show the map, brother.
Listen, radio. As you can see, what circles is Israel. And right above that is Togama, Goma. Then to the right of it is Persia. To the left of it is Libya, or Put. To the bottom of it is Ethiopia, or Kush. And to the very top is Rosh, Meshach, and Magog.
Done.
And you know, Persia today is Iran.
Ezekiel 38:5 says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer, and all his bands, the house of Togama of the north quarters and all his bands, many people with thee.
Done. And that's prophecy. All right. So the brother showed you the map showing you that Israel is surrounded. Okay, but all these nations, which Russia is going to be a guard to. All right. So if they have a problem with any one of them, Russia is going to step in. All right. And this article, okay, is a warning from Russia. Okay. So this is a warning that was given from one country to another. All right, mainly from the bear to the eagle. Okay, Russia to America. All right. Now we know, and I'm seeing plus seeing right now, all right, what's going on in the world when it comes to war with few countries, like I mentioned, Russia against Ukraine. All right, and China with Taiwan, which is that basically growing tense. But ultimately, China is going to take Taiwan. All right, and now Israel and Iran, or Iran and Israel. Okay, which is the latest in the game right now as we speak. You could turn on in any TV outlet, you will see the bombs raining from Iran. But yeah, it is on social media. Okay, you have a lot of these so-called Israelites or Israelis, Zalakia, saying that Israel is winning. How the hell Israel is winning when you're seeing thousands of bombs raining on that land daily? You say, Sam? Okay. They even make a flicking music video out of that. You know?
On the technical standpoint, on the more spiritual standpoint, Israel is winning because our salvation is right now. I know we are the true Israelites. You know? And ultimately, in the last end,
God. So,
right.
So they saying and they don't even know what it is that they say.
Israel, right. Israel is winning.
Actually,
you know, but the Israelis,
the true people, the nation,
that's it.
the true nation of Israel is winning.
That's it. You know.
So,
all right. So Iran is killing it with those missiles raining in Tel Aviv. Okay, and one other part or two other states in Israel. Okay, and Babylon are inching, okay, or itching to get in. All right, but don't know how to slip in. All right, but really Babylon was in all of the wars from the jump off. Okay, mainly proxy wars. All right, because guess what? I'll share in a group one little clip with how Ukraine and Russia, China and Taiwan and Israel and Hamas and Iran and all of them, right? All of them would bombing each other. Okay, while the Babylon, the US was sitting back, you know, just watching. And guess what he did? He sneak and throw a rock. Basically, he fired off three missiles. One for Russia, one for Iran, and one for China. Okay, but guess what? What happened in return? Each of those countries, Russia, Iran, and China, fire off multiple missiles. Okay, and what you think happened? Babylon was destroyed, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, all right. But here is the latest, okay, move with Iran raining bombs on Israel. Okay, Russia is giving America a warning not to strike on Iran because it would radically destabilize the Middle East. Okay, now you can look up that word destabilize, brother. Okay, meaning it could lead to an all-out nuclear war. Okay, a nuclear catastrophe. All right.
Right, the word stabilize, meaning to upset the stability of a region or system, or cause unrest or instability in.
All right. You see that? So this is why Russia is basically sending a message to give warning to Babylon. Okay, it's gonna cause basically a nuclear war. You see, if they were to get in. All right, and not only that too, you have Israel saying they was bombing Iran nuclear sites. You see what I'm saying? All right. So Russia have a relationship with Israel, but they also have a strategic relationship or partnership with Iran. So who you think they would protect? They have a strategic partnership. Okay. All right. But I think I send you that word strategic.
Yeah,
All right.
the word strategic means relating to the identification of long-term or overall gain, interest, and the means of achieving them. Another word for strategic, relating to the gaining of overall or long-term military advantage.
Done. All right. So long term, okay, relationship.
Calculated.
You see what I'm saying? So who you think Russia is gonna go with? And moreover, this is prophecy. This is straight out the Bible, straight out the word of the Lord. All right. Because the scripture tells you that he will be a God unto Iran. Okay, and we can get it right now.
Okay.
All right, let's
This
get
is
that.
Ezekiel 38 from 1 to 7. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the power, Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief priest of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine enemies, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them all of them, shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the host of Tugama of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be prepared and prepare for thyself. Salakia. Be prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a God unto them.
Done. All right. So Gog and Magog, this goes back to Russia. Okay. And the Lord, he will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws. He will turn them back to their old Soviet Union ways. Okay, that power structure once had. Okay. And he said, what? And all of them will be clothed with all sorts of armor. All right. Now, Russia, okay, he's gonna help his allies. Okay. He's gonna what? Send them all type of ammunitions. Okay. They say even a great company of with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, all different type of guns. Okay, guns would cost one round cost up to 8 million. All right. Say Goma, let's say Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Okay, so all of them is gonna have their weapons. All right. And Russia is gonna help them get all these weapons. Okay, it's a Guma and all his bonds, the house of Tagama of the North Quarters, and all his bonds, and many people with them. With thee, be thou prepared. So the Lord telling Russia also to be prepared. Okay, and we know Russia, they always prepare. All right, that's a power structure by themselves. All right, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. So that map with the ark show, okay, is speaking about basically all those different countries around Israel. All right, and say, and be thou a God unto them. All right. Okay. In the Strongs, they say when they say be thou prepared, means to be firm, be stable, be established. And to be firm, stable, and established. All right. Okay, now let's go into that article, brother. We could jump into that article. Okay, we could just read that headline.
It says here, notice, Russia tells the U.S. not to strike Iran, warns of nuclear catastrophe.
God warns of nuclear catastrophe. Right? I think I got that word warn. Yeah, warn. Look up.
And the word warns means to inform someone in advance of a possible danger, problem, or other unpleasant situation.
All right, you see that? So Putin is warning Babylon, okay, about danger. Okay, giving him warning.
It's coming.
All right, cautionary advice about his action or his conduct. All right. Okay. Don't get in this or that. All right. Or it will be unpleasant. It will be an unpleasant situation.
You're right.
All right. Okay. Or danger for you. Okay. Now let's look up the word catastrophe.
The word catastrophe. It says here, an event causing great and usually sudden damage or suffering, a disaster.
All right. What did it say?
Disaster.
The first part.
An event causing great and unusually sudden damage or suffering.
Unusually sudden damage. You see?
That's some of the synonyms are disaster, cataclysm, a crisis, holocaust, a ruin, a calamity, ruination, a tragedy,
Yep.
adversity, trouble, blight, trial, tribulation, mishap.
You see that? And all of this could cause by one Sarmat missile, the Satan II, which carry up to 15 nuclear warheads. You see that? It takes 30 minutes the shot from Russia to Babylon. And it take another 30 minutes for Babylon to be destroyed. That's the 1 hour there.
And all of this is prophecies. Okay? And the Most High gave them this knowledge to build these instruments, okay, for the same reason, for this very same purpose. And they will be used. Okay? And it's gonna come to that sooner than later.
Right? All right. So this is gonna happen to Babylon, aka America. Okay, this is gonna happen to Israel as well. Okay, and some other parts of the world, because some other parts of the world is gonna get caught in it. Okay, even the island of the seas will sink because your tsunamis
will be moved out of place.
All right, you see, because the earth is gonna reel to and fro. So what do you think that is? All right. Now, brother, let's go back to the article. You can read those 3 points.
Russia is a close partner of Iran.
Russia is a close partner with Iran. Remember, I give you a strategic partnership, which is a long-term partnership that they had. All right, read on.
It says here, Moscow signed a strategic pact with Iran in January.
All right.
The pact is like a covenant.
Done. Right.
Russia is urging the U.S. not to get directly involved.
Not to get directly involved. Meaning,
Mind your business.
you say, stay out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. If they get directly involved in it, meaning if Babylon into that, they go ahead and start shooting missiles. Okay. All right. So mind your own business. Stay out of it. All right. That's what Russia is giving Babylon. Because if we get in it, guess what? We going home. That's all we gotta say. We going home. So we here, Qam here and all around the four winds, we urge you to get in it.
Very cool. That's how we did back in the day.
All right. Let's go ahead, man. Go ahead. All right. So let's go back in the article, brother. We get that first paragraph. Okay. Hold on, Luke 21, 89.
Says here. St. Petersburg, June 18th. Notice. Russia is telling the United States not to strike Iran because it will radically destabilize the Middle East. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said on Wednesday, and Moscow said Israeli strikes risk triggering a nuclear catastrophe.
Done. So if Babylon get involved, then it would be what we've been reading on. World War III. All right, so we can get the hell up out of here. All right, but we know they have to bring the CF voice, okay, and make that mandatory voice. All right, we know that it's here, and how many basically have it already, right? In certain parts of the world, but it have to be all over the world, okay, all over this wicked kingdom. All right, so Russia is saying to Babylon, you get involved, it will be an all-out nuclear war. All right, but for now, all right, we are just in a rumor stage, okay, which is wars and rumors of wars. All right, so Yahushua said, okay, when you hear wars and commotion, and that's what's going on right now, commotion. Going over there in Israel, crying. Okay, I have, huh? Right. Okay. I would share a video in the group, two videos, actually a few videos, but two videos. What I'm going to speak on is one video of the Iranians screaming out, "Death to Babylon, which is America, and death to Israel," and another video showing that that those Israelis are saying sorry. Sorry, we want peace.
Sorry.
Okay.
Too damn late now.
You know. So Yahushua said, when you hear war and commotion, all right, know that the end is by and by. Okay. Let's get that precept for us. Luke 21, 8 and 9.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 8 and 9. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Messiah, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
God. So Yahushua say, but when he hear wars and commotions, be not terrified. We ain't terrified. This is something what we we looking forward to. Okay, we ain't terrified. We know that that is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that's doing that. All right. So all those people in lamentation and crying and doing all kind of stuff. Okay, we know that our power Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is doing that. So why be terrified of it? Okay, unless you ain't straight, unless you're doing some wickedness.
These things must come to pass.
Okay, they say for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Right? Meaning that it won't come immediately. The end won't come immediately. Okay, because you're hearing of wars and rumors of wars now. Okay, but guess what? It will come. Right? Because all prophecies have to come to pass first. Okay, let's go into that second paragraph, brother, of that article. Okay.
Reads here. Russia signed a strategic partnership with Iran in January and also has a relationship with Israel, although it has been strained by Moscow's war in Ukraine. A Russian offer to mediate in the Israel-Iran conflict has not been taken up.
God, right? Mediate. I send you that screenshot, that word mediate.
Mediate means to intervene. It says here, intervene in a dispute in order to bring about an agreement or reconciliation, bring about a result such as a psychological effect.
God. All right. So it say Russia, it doesn't happen as yet. Right? God. All right. So the question is, why haven't this happened yet? That's the question. Okay, because they say Russia would mediate. What would the article say, brother?
Russia signed a strategic partnership with Iran in January and also has a relationship with Israel, although it has been strained in Moscow's war in Ukraine. A Russian offer to mediate in the Israel-Iran conflict has not been taken up.
You see that? It's not being taken up. Okay? It's not being taken up as yet. So the question is, why haven't this happened as yet? Because Netanyahu, okay, Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, okay, sends for help from Babylon, and that hasn't happened as yet. Okay, he's hoping that Trump would step in and take out Iran so he can boast. But we know how these devils go. That's what he's hoping for. He hoping that Trump would step in and take out Iran. You see, just so he could boast. And the brother GMS Lions of Fire, I think. All right, he did a beautiful video. I think he named it part 1, whereas he going into Netanyahu. Okay, he was from 1986 or 1983 being saying that the U.S. needed to take out these Islamic states or Islamic regime from that time. Okay, and he's a man. He have some close ties and serious ties into every disaster was happening all around the world, like the World Trade Center. Okay, it's on in it. Okay, with all those leaders, what Babylon then put to death, like Gaddafi. Okay, all right, and some of those high leaders in the eastern area. Okay, his name get called up. Okay, so we know this devil go. All right, he wants Trump to bomb America. I mean, he wants Trump to bomb Iran so he could boast about it. All right, so let's get Job 40 and 11. Okay, because Job said this.
This is Job 40 and 11. Cast abroad the rage of thy wrath, and behold, everyone that is proud and abase him. Look on everyone that is proud, and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place.
God. All right, and that's the prayer what Job said to the Lord. Okay, everyone that is proud in heart. to bring them down. Okay, let's get Psalms chapter 12 and verse 3. And then we can go back into the article. You can read the 3 and 4.
This is Psalm chapter 12 and verse 3. The power shall cut off all flattering lips.
All flattering lips. The Most High will cut off all flattering lips. That's all those who yapping and boasting.
Okay. The power shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things.
You see that? And the tongue that speaketh proud things. Okay? Because pride is the beginning of sin. Okay? And the Most High hated one that is proud. Okay? When we go back in the article, we can hit the 3rd and 4th paragraph.
He said, pride goes before destruction, and the haughty spirit before the fall.
God. That's it. Pride goes before destruction, so therefore they will be destroyed.
It says here, Ripko, speaking on the sidelines of an economic performance in Pittsburgh, told Fox News innocent Moscow was urging Washington to refrain from direct involvement. It says here, this would be a step that would radically destabilize the entire situation. Interfax cited Ripkov as saying and criticizing such speculative conjectural options.
John, all right. So he says this is something that you are saying and not facts, but rather uncertain. He's given his point of what could happen. This is what that person is saying. Theoretically, all right. But we know if Babylon gets involved, Russia will show up with nukes. We know that because Russia already gave Babylon from the warning. Okay, if he get in a direct conflict with Iran, Russia have no other choice but to step in. You see what he said? You have no other choice. Okay, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to allow him to step in. You see? Now one may say, if Russia, if Putin is an Edomite, how the Spirit of the Lord could allow him to do so? Well, he did it with Cyrus.
Okay, exactly.
He did it with other heathen kings.
And this is prophecy.
You know?
This is written.
All right. You go back in the article, brother, you could read from the 5th to the 8th paragraph.
It says here, the head of Russia's SVR, Foreign Intelligence Service, Sergei Narishkin, has said the situation between Iran and Israel is now critical. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said the Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear infrastructure meant the world was millimeters from catastrophe.
The world was millimeters from catastrophe, showing you that Israel basically bombed 1 or 2 nuclear sites. You see, and basically she's saying it's a lucky thing that didn't happen. You see what he's saying? Because if that would have happened, then there'll be plenty blood would have been out there. All right.
So, nuclear facilities are being struck, she told Reuters, adding that the UN nuclear safety watchdog had already noted specific damage. Where is the concern from the entire world community? Where are all the environmentalists? I don't know if they think they are far away, and that this radiation wave won't reach them. Well, let them read what happened in Fukushima, she said, referring to the 2011 accident at the Japanese nuclear plant. Israel says it has struck Iranian nuclear facilities to prevent Iran from developing a weapon. Iran denies the arms.
Done. All right. So you see, so Israel dropped bombs on Iran nuclear facilities to prevent Tehran developing an atomic weapon. All right. Now, why would they say they're bombing Iran nuclear facility to stop them from from developing nuclear weapons when they already have thousands of nuclear weapons. You say, Sam? Right. Because Israel don't want Iran to have that type of power. So when you look on the map, Israel could fit in Iran, but I don't know how much time. All right. Okay. So doesn't Iran hold these weapons for years now? Yes. Okay. But really, Israel really wants to draw in Babylon directly, but it's not time yet. Okay. As you've seen, she's being drawn out slowly, but surely she will come out. Okay. And when that happens, it will be our beginning, because it will be their end. All right. Now let's get Jeremiah 40 and 49 and 20, and Jeremiah 50 and 45.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the power that he had taken against Edom.
That he had taken against Edom. Edom being Esau. Esau being the so-called white man today. And this is synonymous with Babylon, America.
The European nation.
Right. And we could get the next verse to show you is talking about Babylon.
And his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Timan. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
God. All right. Surely the least of the flock shall draw him out. And guess what? He's going to be drawn out. Let's get Jeremiah 50 and 45.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord of the power that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he had purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Done. All right. So you see in Jeremiah 49 and 20, you mentioned Esau, Edom. All right. And in Jeremiah 50 and 45, it mentioned Babylon, speaking about the same set of land and the same set of people. Okay. So like I said earlier, all right, when that happened, it will be there, it will be our beginning, and it will be their end. Okay. Let's end off for this precept in 2nd Ezra 6. Okay, and 7 to 9. All right.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7 to 9. Salakia. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Okay. Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow it?
God. All right. Now, this is a question that Ezra asked the angel. Okay. And the angel is going to tell him the answer right now.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob hand held fast the heel of Esau.
God. Now, everybody know that story. Okay, the Christians, you know, if you all don't know that story, then I don't know what y'all know.
They don't know much about the Bible. They know very little.
You know? All right.
All of these things go over their head.
You know that? Okay. Now let's get the answer now.
Okay. For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. This is why I say, when the least of the flock draw him out, that is his ending. He's going to end. All right. And his ending is our beginning.
Okay. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
God, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. End of the world, end of the eon, which is the end of the age, end of his rulership. Okay. Then we will take over. The children of Israel will possess the kingdom. and possess it even forever, forever, even forever.
Forever,
Okay.
ever.
Right.
It's,
All right.
okay, his kingdom, his rulership, okay, this dynasty, this Esau, Edom, this nation, okay, that is in charge of this world. Because Job chapter 9, verse 24 told us that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, okay? But second Ezra chapter 6 and 9 say Esau is the end of the world, okay? And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Esau world is coming to an end. Esau rulership is coming to an end, okay? And who's after? Jacob, okay, the true Israel.
God, the
Right.
true Israel. All right, the true Israelites. Like we said a little earlier, we are winning.
So Israel is winning,
That's it.
even though that those counterfeit, they're losing.
The Israelis or Israelis, they are losing.
Mhm.
But the Hebrew Israelites, the real Israel is winning. All right. So yeah, brothers. Lord, well, that lesson was edifying. Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful lesson, huh? Beautiful lesson to bring edification of this current situation and war that is going on right now in between Israel and Iran. Okay? Because the Bible speaks about these things, say there should be wars and rumors of war. Okay? All right? And we now in these times, okay, but these people around here, they still, they're not concerned with what's going on in this world because they've been taught lies. They've been deceived. Okay, so they have no knowledge and understanding of how how we are situated. But we are at the very end of this world, of this rulership, because the brother just finished it. Esau being the ruler, or okay, this kingdom is it belong to him. He's in rulership, but is being pulled away from him. He's being taken down. Okay, and that's what you see happening in Israel right now. All right, I think this is in Luke where he said, "I saw Satan, okay, falling as lightning falling from heaven." This is what's going. This is what's happening. He is falling out of his rulership. All right. So the lesson today that the Most High put on my spirit, I'm going to take a little twist away from the current situation. My lesson is on the feast days. Okay, I hate and despise your feast days. Okay, the Christian churches and other religions celebrate and honor various feast days. Okay, such as Mother's Day, Father's Day, Father's Day was just last week recently. Okay, they celebrating and honoring mothers and Father's Day, celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day. They ain't honoring them, okay, because they don't have no honor for their mothers and father. And the Bible say honor thy mother and father, but they don't know what that is. They think buying them gift basket and having these days and where they worship them, they think that they honoring them. Okay, that's not honor. All right. Now, when you have respect and if you honor the Most High, if you honor God, how are you going to be? Buy him gift and buy, because he tell you a gift destroys the heart,
right?
Okay, so you can't honor God by buying him no gift or whatever. You respect him and his ways. You obey his commandment. That's honoring, okay? And when you obey your parents and your mother and father, you honoring them. You showing them you honor them by respecting them and doing as it grow you to be. Okay, and be that. Don't be rude and okay, evil and mean towards them and whatnot. And then on certain day of the year, you go and buy them gift and basket and whatnot. Yeah, okay, all right.
You're being rude to them all year round.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Cussing them out, and all that, talking to them the way disrespectfully, and then on that day, then you can say, "Yeah, take this basket." Then the next day, the very next day, back to cussing out.
Yeah, and the scripture, the precept tell you say that gift destroys the heart. Okay, so buying them gifts and really you ain't honoring them. Okay, you just selling them. You or buying their whatever. Okay, buying their relationship back with you for being rude and disgusting to them and whatever. Okay, but he said, even though they cannot be found nowhere in the Bible. Okay, there's no mentioning of Mother's Day or Father's Day. Okay, or one in the Bible. All right, all right. It's idolatry. Okay, exactly. You committing idolatry. All right, because they're not mentioned in the Bible. Can you give me Amos 5 and 21? Exactly. Okay.
So-called holidays or feast days, those are no part track. You don't take no saving those things. The Most High say, despise your feast days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So right now going into Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Valentine, all these are paganistic, idolatrous days.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Is it Amos 5 and what?
21.
21. Done. This is Amos 5 and 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Okay, so this is okay. This is the word of the Most High. He said, I hate and despise your feast days. All right? And he will not, in your solemn assembly, he would not have no part in it. All right? So all of these are, you're worshiping idols. This is idolatry. All right? It's not of the Most High God. All right?
Nope.
Give me Romans 15 and 4. Okay. Romans 15 and 4.
Done. This is Romans 15 and 4.
Okay.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Okay. Whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning. Okay. That we, okay, through patience of the scripture would have hope. Okay. It was written aforetime that, okay, in Amos chapter 5, verse 21, I hate and despise your feast days. So that was written aforetime, but that still applies today. The Most High word still stands. Okay, because if you go to Malachi 3 and 6, he said, okay, I, the Lord thy God, I changes not. The Most High changes not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob, okay, are not consumed. All right? We have, okay, Mother's and Father's Day was not, okay, celebrated by the prophets or in the time of the Bible. All right? Then we were deceived by the abominable feast days. Yahweh is very particular and would not do anything without informing his servants. Okay? Therefore, Amos 3 and 7, okay, say that the Most High will do nothing without informing his prophet. All right? You give me Amos 3 and 7.
God. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Okay, so Yahweh will do nothing unless he reveal his secret to his servants, the prophet. Okay, so only what, okay, it was real or was spoken of by the prophets, all right, is what Yahweh Shai would reveal. And he would reveal it to his prophet. Okay? But this wasn't revealed to given to them by no prophet. The prophet didn't give them no information on no Mother's Day or Father's Day. Okay? So all of this is blasphemy. All right? Can I get, okay, Leviticus 23 and 1. Okay? Okay, so the Most High give us a list of certain feast days that we should celebrate. All right? He made it clear in the books of Leviticus exactly the feast days that we are to celebrate. And we're going to go through a few of them briefly. Okay? Leviticus chapter 23 and 1.
Done. This is Leviticus 23 and 1.
Okay.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying,
okay, go ahead. 2.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are my feasts.
Okay, these are the feasts that the children of Israel, okay, should acknowledge. Can I get Jeremiah 17 and 14? Jeremiah 17 and 14.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 17 and 14. 17 and 14, bro.
Yeah, 17 and 14. Okay.
Jeremiah 17 and 14. See?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I have given thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Okay, so our heritage, all right, are these feast days that the Most High give us, that are listed in Leviticus. Okay, keeping these feast days, keeping these commandments. This is our heritage. Okay, but the Most High say in Jeremiah 17:4, okay, we would discontinue from our heritage, from keeping these feast days. Okay, but we are now celebrating the feast days of this demon, okay, of this nation, okay, that we just spoke about, that who is in rulership of this nation, of this kingdom, okay, who's Esau Edom. All right, these feast days are for the world, for this kingdom that is in rulership. All right, but the feast days of Israel, all right, is what are now being called off in Leviticus 23 and 1 to 3. Okay, can you get Leviticus chapter 23 verse 3 again to 5, 3, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to just list off a few feast days that the Most High instructed the children of Israel to celebrate. All right,
Done. This Leviticus 23:3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings.
okay, so the Sabbath we should celebrate. All right, on the 6th day. All right, and you know, from Saturday sundown, or Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Okay, say on the 6th day. All right, but it is said in Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. Okay, say they will think to change time and law and wear out the saints. All right, and that's what is done here with the Sabbath. All right, because they change time and law. Okay, they give you a different time for the Sabbath. All right, they're celebrating continuously. Okay, every Friday evening to Saturday evening. All right, but he said on the 6th day. All right, on the new moon. All right, on read chapter 5.
Let me read
23 and 5. Go ahead.
Leviticus 23:4. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month, at even the Lord's Passover.
Okay, exactly. Okay, the Lord Passover. So that's the Passover feast that we should be celebrating. Okay, when the Most High passed over the land of Egypt. All right, at the time when he freed the children of Israel from Egypt. Okay, so this is we celebrating that in honor of that Passover. All right, go ahead.
Done. For it's 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. On the 5th and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread.
Okay.
In the first day you shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Okay, and you go to verse 24.
Done.
Verse 24.
I can shoot down to verse 24. All right. Leviticus 23:24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation.
Okay, exactly. So verse 34 now.
I can shoot down to verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, even 7 days unto the Yahweh.
And if you don't know, we are the children of Israel, okay? Because we are the descendants of those slaves. And in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, okay? Moses told the children of Israel, if they won't hearken unto the Lord thy God, the Lord should bring thee into Egypt or into slavery again with ships.
God.
We are the descendants of those people that came over here in slave ship.
Right.
We are the children of Israel, and these feast days are what we are supposed to be celebrating and keeping. Okay, and not Mother's Day, and not Father's Day, and not Christmas Day, or whatever. They are not mentioned in the Bible. All right, they are not of the children. You going against the Most High word, against the laws of the Most High.
Yep.
All right.
I think about it too. Right now, okay, they happen right now on the island Crowd Fest.
Exactly.
Okay, which is also a feast. All right, they have a feast of eating flecking abominations. Okay, and they celebrating that because they saying they offering that up to the Lord. When the first start, the first day, they say they having a gospel songs and prayers and all that. But the Lord ain't hearing them as we quoted, as we read in Amos 5:21. Okay, the Lord ain't flicking down with that. Okay, so they could further say they offering up this to the Lord, but the Lord ain't hearing them. Okay, and I even heard that years ago, how Crowd Fest come about is that they say the Lord blessed them with so much crowd that year, so they had a feast. You see, Shalom. All right,
Shalom.
and the day right now, the day is Skin Day. All right, they're having a beach party. Lone skin gonna be out there. Okay, all manner of tires gonna be out there. Okay, all different types of tires. All right, showing you that our women they can be all skin right out. Okay, all right, and we know what's gonna happen later. One bunch of adultery. Okay, it's gonna happen. All right, at the days war in Noah, so are the days now. Okay, they were eating and drinking and partying and marrying and giving in marriage. What you think that going into? Okay.
Okay, exactly right. All right. So when the Most High says these are your feast days, and these are what the children of Israel should keep. All right. But you all want to the children of Israel, they want to celebrate Mother's Day. They want to celebrate Father's Day. They want to celebrate Christmas. They want to celebrate Valentine's Day. But they know not, okay, of the Feast of Tabernacle. They know not of the Passover feast. Because why? Israel has discontinued from their heritage, which the Most High God gave unto them. All right? They know not of their heritage of the Most High. They know not that they are even of Israel. All right? They get the people right now that are in Israel that are being pulverized by Iranians. Okay? Right now they are being kicked out of Israel. All right? They're being destroyed. All right?
And what's going on in Israel in that land, Tel Aviv, on that one part of the state or whatever have you. Okay, and you know they used to have. I think I don't know if we have it now, but back then they used to have every year the gay parade or something like that in Tel Aviv. Okay, so now you see the Lord then to that land.
Right.
Huh?
That's why the scripture say, in the land of the upright they shall deal unjustly. Gay parades.
All right.
Israel.
God.
Okay, and that's in Israel they have the biggest gay community in the world. Okay, and that's why the Most High is wiping them out.
In Israelis.
Go ahead, bro.
Yes, a lot. Yeah, the precept, because the brothers say they don't know the Lord, right? Let's find out why they don't know the Lord. This is Jeremiah 4:22. I know you have this one. My people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sordid children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
Okay.
You get Jakes in the club singing "I'm a fairy" and all kind of stuff.
You know,
freaking shit.
Yeah.
This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. We're seeing that happen now. In these days, as the time go by. Look at all the children what being born these days, right? A lot of the young men now getting gunned down over silly shit.
Right.
You see? They ain't coming to their fruitfulness. You see, your woman out there who keeping their children away from the fathers, and like they're going into, you know, they ain't have no recollection of the Lord inside their hearts.
Nope.
They don't think of the Lord and they doing.
Nope.
You know, they go about and they don't do as they see fit. But then when they fall in problems, then you hear them, Lord, Lord.
That's when Jake is gonna call
And
him
in
Lord.
that time, the Lord can laugh at you because he can say, boy, all that time you had the liberty to come back to me, but you want to do your own shit.
That's it. That's it. See? When people go through hell, they don't understand the reason why they're going through flecking hell.
And that is judgment from the Most High.
That's judgment from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, because you have sinned against him. All right, so guess what? When you sin against the Lord rain judgment upon you.
That's it.
You know?
Okay, and that's what happened in Israel right now. Judgment.
Judgment carried out in the land of Israel on those stinking troglodytes.
That's it.
All right, those nasty gutty rats.
Right.
All right, you think the Lord get time to play? The Lord ain't got no time to play, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
What Jake doing right now is like dog going into this lesson. They celebrating all these pagan holidays.
Okay.
I'm talking about they honoring the Lord. You can hell you honor the Lord with pagan holidays.
These holidays was given to them by the same so-called white man. And the Most High said in Malachi and in Romans chapter 9 was, Jacob I love, but Esau I hate. Okay? Esau is the forefather of the so-called white man. The Most High hate him. But you're all celebrating these holidays and these pagan feast days, Mother's Day and Father's Day that this man throw on you all and thing. All right? When our forefathers came over here in slave ship, they were the one who brought us over here and put these this Christianity doctrine on us, on our forefathers, having us worshiping their God. Okay? Caesar Borgia, why who we so-called white man Jesus? All right? Go ahead, bro.
This Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach.
Okay? Beware lest any man spoil you, okay? Through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, these are the tradition of man and the rudiments of this world. They just came about in this world, in this kingdom, under this rulership. Well, Christmas Day was celebrated from the time of when even Nimrod and okay, way back. All right?
The Christmas tree is symbolic of this.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, the Christmas tree is symbolic of his rod. Okay,
Celebrating and flicking a heathen
custom. Okay,
custom.
as a matter of fact, I have Jeremiah 2, Jeremiah 10 and 2. Okay, you you could bring it up for me.
Let me get it. This is the book of Jeremiah 10, verse 2. Let me start at verse 1, brother.
Go ahead.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Who's that?
O house of
Repeat
Israel.
that. Who's speaking?
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Or who?
O house of Israel.
Oh, house of Israel. Okay, he's only talking to the nation of Israel. All right, and we are the children of Israel. We are his people, his chosen people. All right, go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Be
Right.
not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Okay, go ahead. Read on.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut of the tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the workman with the axe.
Okay, so the works of the people are vain. Okay, one cut a tree out of the forest. Everybody know what you're talking about when you're talking about one cut a tree out of the forest, and they fasten it with nails so it would not move. Okay, and it cannot walk, it cannot be born. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So someone has to carry it. All right.
Yep.
So these are the customs and whatnot that Israel is celebrating, that are engaging in the ways of the heathen. All right.
On top of that, these Christians, they'll read that in the scriptures. Okay, and they'll say that ain't what that's speaking about.
Okay, exactly. But why? Because that's what Esau, the white man, tell him.
Yeah.
Okay, they believe everything Esau say. Okay, that's their God. Okay, that's who they worship. Because see, and this is what worshiping this white man, Jesus, this Caesar Borgia, has done to us. Okay, caused us to believe everything that this white man say. Okay, who is the devil? Who is the physical counterpart of the devil? Right?
Right.
Okay.
Hey, you made mention that's now breaking down the precept in Jeremiah. The Christians don't understand what that means, right? That's why the Lord said of this. This is a quick precept right here, right? It's Jeremiah 3:15. I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which will feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, because we can break the scriptures down correctly and directly out of the mode of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Okay, exactly.
So the brother just breaking it down, let you know these customs of the heathen they vain.
All right. Okay. And Colossians 2:8. Again, I'm going to repeat that again because he said, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world." Okay, the rudiments of the world, okay, are something that happens, okay, within this, okay, that has happened recently within this world. And Mother's Day started in May 12, 1908. Okay, Father's Day on the third Sunday in June in 1910. These are rudiments of this world. Okay, they were okay introduced doing in this world, in this kingdom, by the so-called Esau Edom. Okay, so these are the rudiments of this world. And he said, "Beware lest any man spoil you through the rudiments of this world, through vain philosophy and vain deceit, and the traditions of man." These are tradition of man, of Esau, the rudiments of the world. Okay,
And the rudiments of the world goes right back to the flesh.
exactly.
See, we know that the Lord tell you, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Okay, and you mentioned that precept. Okay, that I give you passes after
and 26.
after it's hard, right?
14 and 26.
Okay, because now these pastors they ain't preaching the word of the Lord. They ain't preaching these scriptures. Okay, the scripture tell you in Isaiah 30:20, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay, and we are the true prophets, the true teachers out on highways and byways, giving our people this truth, this word, giving them as it is written. Okay, but what they do, they cast it behind their backs. They say the laws is no more. Okay, so since the laws is no more, then the Lord ain't dealing with you.
Okay.
You say saying because you have cast his laws behind your back. You cast the ways of the Lord behind you. Okay, you say there's no need for us to keep his ways no more. We could follow after the tradition of our forefathers. So like of the way of the world going. Okay. So if you follow the ways of the heathen, because that's where the world is, all right, then that only would lead to you what? Being put to death.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Salakia, right? The brother just mentioned that he cast the words behind him. Okay. But this is what this man Esau did. Okay. I'm going to read Psalm 50:16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh said, "What hast thou to do to declare my statute, or that thou shouldest take thy covenant, my covenant in thy mouth, saying thou hearest instruction, and castest thy word, my words behind thee." Okay? When thou sawest a thief, you consentest with him. Okay? You give consent to a thief. Okay? You was all in with what the thief was doing. All right, you cast the word of the Most High behind him, and that's why the Most High say, "What have you to do to declare my statute?" All right, what have you to have my word in these Christian church and okay, teaching blasphemies and lie? All right, you casting thou hatest instruction. All right, so Esau Edom is the enemy of the white man. Okay, because the Most High told us in Deuteronomy 28, we shall be sold unto our enemies. All right. For born men and born women. All right? You get that down, precept.
26.
Luke 14:26.
Just Luke 14:26.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah.
If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Okay, so if any man come to me and hate not his mother and father and brother and sister and even his wife, he cannot be his disciple. All right? So all of this honoring Mother's Day and Father's Day and whatnot is not of the Most High. All right? We have discontinued from our heritage.
Right? And when you go into that word hate, It means basically the love less.
You know, that don't mean, you know, you go there and you're cussing to your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and now that mean hate them like you don't want to deal with them. That means like anything when it comes to the Lord, you put the Lord before any and everything else.
Right.
See, that's what that means.
Right.
You know, you still, as a man, you still gotta, you know, look up for your family. Make sure your brother's straight, make sure your sister's straight, make sure your family's straight.
Reverence your parents.
But when it comes to the word of the Lord and doing the work of the Lord, that comes first and foremost, because at the end of the day, your father, your sister, your brother, none of them could save you.
None of them can save you.
You can love them, but you can't love them more than you love the Lord.
Right.
Okay, so you can when it comes up to you doing the will of the Lord and His way and teaching His word, your mother and father, you gotta reject whatever discipline or they try to correct you or tell you not to do this work or do the Most High work. All right.
Right?
So
the scriptures say, who are my family? Those who do the will of my the will of the Father. That's my same as my mother, my sister, my brother.
Okay.
Paraphrase it.
Exactly.
That's a true family.
That's it. But you know, Jake simple or you?
Yeah.
Jake very simple. You know, you mean to tell me I gotta hate my family? I gotta hate my mommy. I gotta hate my daddy.
Yeah.
I gotta hate my children. You love the Lord, right?
Yeah.
And the Lord say these things, right?
That's it.
Exactly.
So what you gonna do? You gonna obey Him,
Okay.
or you gonna continue to do what you want to do?
That's it.
You say, Sam?
Not literal.
Ephesians,
Not literally hate.
I can get it. Ephesians 6:2.
Ephesians 6:2.
Jeremiah. Okay, get me Isaiah 42:8.
Isaiah 42:8.
Ephesians 6:2. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment with promise.
Okay, he said, honor thy father and thy mother. Okay, this is the first commandment. Honor them. Okay, but earlier in Luke, he said, okay, if anyone come to me and hate not his mother and father, all right. So you see what the Most High stand. You gotta hate your mother and father when you come to the Most High. But he is telling you now in Ephesians 6:2 to honor your mother and father. Okay, give honor unto them, give respect and regards unto them. All right. But if you come into the Most High to serve the Most High, and you gotta hate your mother and father. Okay, when you come to doing the will and the work of the Most High, that's and your mother and father coming against you for that. You gotta put them aside and do what thus says the Most High.
All
Love them less and love Yahweh Shimei Shai.
Exactly.
Right.
Do His will.
There's a clear distinction between them. Okay, that's like the Lord say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto the Most High what is the Most High.
Okay.
You see, so it's the same thing.
And to honor, one of the words that means to revere or venerate. That means to show or treat with great respect.
Exactly.
Remember the account with Shem, Ham, and Japheth. You know, when Ham saw his father, you know, inside the room naked, he laughed at him.
Exactly.
Yep.
Shem and Ham,
They cover.
they ain't even walk inside the room straight where they walk backwards.
They walk backwards.
And they cover up their father.
Okay.
They did that out of great respect to them.
That's honor and respect.
And what happened to Ham?
Right? He get
grace.
He get grace.
Yeah.
You see? He got a perpetual grace put on him.
Perpetual, right?
You see? So, you know, honoring your mother and your father or showing respect to them is you know, they can talk you, they may say some hurtful things, but at the end of the day, you still have to show them their respect.
Right.
See, now, if they tell you to come up against the Lord or they tell you, by, you know, they don't want to do the work of the Lord, then, you know, by all means, you have to do what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And even the Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, when he mother asks him, what you doing inside it, you say, but I got to go about my father's business.
What you know about
You know?
my father's business?
Son, what I doing right now ain't got nothing to do with you.
You know? You know? And then when you go into more into that, okay, you basically tell them, man, like, you know what I'm about, or you know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So why looking for me when you know already what I'm doing?
Exactly. But he's out of business.
You say that?
Love less. That's the love less right there. I hate.
You know?
And he honor and respect them.
Exactly.
Okay. But he said, look here, you know what I'm about. You know what I'm here for.
What he was doing?
I got to do my will. I
He was
got
teaching, right?
the will of him who sent me.
Teaching,
Yeah.
Right.
How old he was?
12.
All right, then.
He said, I have to do the will of him who sent me. That's what he come here to do.
Yeah.
All right. And that's all we doing.
That's it.
All right.
Yep.
Isaiah 42 and 8.
This is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8.
Jeremiah 9 and 3.
I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
Okay, so graven images. See, my glory he will not give to another. He will not give to the Esau. Okay, he will not give to this God, the God of this world. He wouldn't give his glory then. All right, his praise wouldn't give to no graven image. And that's what these Mother's Day and Father's Day and Valentine's Day and Christmas Day. These are graven image. Okay, these are idolatry. He said, my glory I will not give to no graven image.
Set up a snare for our people.
Okay.
These are all these idols too, it was snare for our people.
Okay, these pagan holidays, the Most High said his glory, he wouldn't give his glory, okay, to these pagan holidays, to no graven image, because these are graven, these are idolatries. Okay, you worshiping yourself, you worshiping man. Okay, you worshiping the God of this world. All right.
Even when it comes down to birthdays, we're supposed to be celebrating shit that's pagan.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
It's satanic. We're not supposed to be celebrating that shit.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead. Bring that precept.
What's that?
You have that.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 9 and 3.
Jeremiah 9 and 3.
This is Jeremiah 9 and 3. And they bend their tongue like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
Okay.
For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, said Yahweh.
Okay, so they bend their tongues with lies, all right? With Mother's Day and Father's Day, they bend their tongue, and they don't know the Most High. Okay, go read verse 14. Psalm 115 and 1.
Jeremiah 9 and 14. But they have walked after the imagination of their own heart, after Balaam, which their fathers taught them.
Okay. So you went after their own heart, okay? All right, okay? Salakia can be Psalms 115 and 1, okay?
Right. Psalms 115 and 1. Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake.
Okay, say not unto us, okay? Not unto ourselves, okay? Okay, but unto the name of the Most High you give glory. When you're celebrating Mother's Day, when you're celebrating birthday, when you're celebrating the Father's Day and Valentine's Day, you're giving glory to yourself, okay? And then the precept just said, not unto us, but unto thyself, unto the Most High, we give glory to, all right? We serve the Most High only, all right? Him only should be saved, all right? Jeremiah 2:11. Jeremiah 2:11. And you can hold Psalms 96 and 5.
Jeremiah 2:11.
Jeremiah 2:11. Had the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods,
7 and 8.
but my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit.
Sirach 33. Okay, how the nation changed their God, okay, which are not no God. All right, we have changed our God, okay, to worship this God of the God of this world, worshiping Caesar Borgia, okay, who you so-called white man Jesus, okay. Go ahead.
Psalms 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nation are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens.
Okay, all of the gods of the nations are idol. So this is the nation of Edom. All right, this is the nation of Edom. Okay, before you had who are the nation? You have Greece. Okay, but Persia. All right, and you have Babylon. Okay, but he said all of the gods of the nations are idol. All right, not Israel. Okay, because he is the God of Israel. So the gods of this nation, which is nation of Esau, that is ruled by Esau Edom, okay, is an idol. All right. Remember when Jacob and Esau were born, okay, or when you were in the womb, he said, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people should be separated from thy bow. Okay, so that's one. Jacob is one nation, or Israel is one nation, and Esau is another nation. And the precept in Psalm 96 and 5 say, all of the gods of the nations are idol. So the gods of Esau, Edom, is an idol. Okay? And worshiping him, worshiping his feast days, that's idolatry. Okay, that's pagan. Right? We're serving and worshiping the devil himself. All right, that's what we're doing. Okay, because he's the physical counterpart of Satan, and he does the work of Satan. All right,
Right there, that's what our people doing now. Our people, right?
exactly.
We conform to the image of his son. You know, we put off those old shit.
Mhm. Okay, so Rock 33 and 7.
This is Sirach 33, the Apocrypha, chapter 7. It says, Sirach 33 and 7, verse 7. It says, why does one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun?
Okay, so why does one day excel another? All right, when the light of every day is ruled by the sun. Why you have Mother's Day and Father's Day? Why is one day excel another? Okay, why? All right, what is it?
Verse 8, by the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts.
Okay, so by the way of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Okay, but he didn't alter. He didn't have Mother's Day or Father's Day. Okay, he didn't have Valentine's Day.
They are high holy days.
They are not our holy days. They are pagan holiday feast days. And the Most High said in Amos, okay, 21, Salaki, Amos 5 and 21, I hate and despise your feast days. The Most High hate and despise these feast days of this world or of this nation. But our people, if they don't celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day, okay? They feel like okay, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or they disobeying God. They feel as if they're disobeying God Himself. All right, and that's how we've been deceived. Okay, discontinue from our heritage. The feast days that He gave us that we were supposed to celebrate, we're not celebrating. We're celebrating the feast days of this world of Esau, Edom. Okay. All right. Anybody got anything else? All right. I hope that, and it's going to be it for my lesson. I hope it was edifying and the service purpose. Okay, and that you get the true understanding of the feast days of the children of Israel that we should be celebrating or we should take heed to. All right.
All right. So yeah, man. Hey, take heed as well. Okay. Take heed, which is to follow the ways and keep them of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. So yeah, man. So with that, we got to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Shalom, and a Bow. Shalom. We've been taught life.